That's got to be at least 3 dozen eggs, definitely. Maybe even 4 dozen eggs. That's in one day. Well, they probably laid yesterday afternoon and then today. They're working overtime. I don't even have that many chickens. A lot of them are duck eggs too. Yeah, they're killing it. Welcome back. I haven't made a video in a while, at least not with my mug on it. Got a lot going on the farm. Figured I'd do a video today. First thing I got to do is I got a dead rooster. He died inside the coop. I don't know how or why. Looks like he just died recently though. It happens. We got a lot going on our 5-acre farm. There's a mini pigs lounging out. Got lots of construction going on. You can see my crawl space underneath the house is open. So we had a addition, house addition, 2 bedrooms added on a couple of years ago. The contractor was our neighbor who we thought we could trust, and boy were we wrong. Because the guy was a moron, and everyone that works for him is a moron. They had no idea what they were doing. So they just jacked up the floor and leveled that out because they didn't put the right supports underneath. Today they're going to start gutting the apartment that we just had built in 2023. Never hire a handyman to do a contractor's job because not only was our neighbor a fraud, a thief, just a terrible human being, but even his father, who was the foreman, was a decent guy, and I did like him, but he was not qualified to do this job. They did everything wrong. We've had about 8 contractors take a look at it before we decided on hiring one. They all said it was a terrible job. They all said their roofer came and said it was one of the worst, said it was the worst roofing job he's ever seen in his entire career. Yeah, it was just horrible. So had to move the kids out last night. So they're out of the apartment and they're tearing out all the drywall today because the contractor didn't want to pay $65 to get an electrical permit. That's all it was $65. They come and inspect, but they will not sign off on it unless it's... Ooh, is that one of my chickens? Got a pack of feathers out here. They will not sign off on it unless, I just leave that there then. The state electrical inspector won't sign off on it unless you can see all the insides of the walls. So they got to gut all the ceilings and the walls. So we got that going on the farm. That is starting. So we've been killing ourselves the last couple days to get them out of that apartment. Luckily, we just purchased a storage shed. Well, I take that back. It's definitely not a storage shed. It's a cabin. It's a dry cabin. Small. Nothing you'd want to live in. We plan, it is eventually going to be our fitness room, our gym on the property, because I'm tired of driving 30 minutes into town to go to the gym, work out for a couple hours, 30 minutes back. That's 3 hours out of my day. Really not in the mood to come back and start working on the farm. So we're going to have a gym on the farm, but luckily we had it. It arrived 2 days ago, I think, or yesterday or 2 days ago. I can't remember. We've had so much going on this week. So we moved all the kids' furniture in there, and my oldest daughter and a boyfriend who live in the apartment are now sleeping in the cabin, the dry cabin. You can see it through the trees over there. Yeah, I'll show it to you. So I can't even tell you how much this week has been crazy. We've gotten a lot done though. I had an old F-250 diesel 6.0. Yeah, I know, all you gearheads like 6.0. No, I know. It's been a flower pot in my front yard for the past 2 years. I finally got that up and running this week. So that truck is finally running. So that shed is gonna eventually be my daughter's pottery shack. And the next one over there will eventually be our gym. Right now they're staying in it. Luckily we had that. This pile of trees here is about half, if even that, probably less than half of what came down in the last windstorm. We had 90 plus mile an hour winds, 90 plus. It was crazy. We lost about 20 to 30 trees. So that's the remnants of it. I have a couple more to pick up out there. I've burnt, yesterday I was burning all day. So I went through probably 60% of what was there. Still have the rest of that to burn before the next couple weeks when they start enforcing the burn permits. Right now we can burn freely without getting a permit. So we got that going on. Oh, the plumbing, we just had the house completely replumbed with all PEX. We knew that when we bought the house that we're gonna have to do that. So got that done this past week. Oh, the landscapers are starting. She wants sprinklers, so we're gonna do all sprinklers in both the backyard here and, oh yeah, her garden there, and then the orchard over there. Sprinklers. And then coming down this little pathway here, this road, and then behind me is our, what we refer to as our winter pen. We're gonna put a frost-free hydrant in here. That's gonna be awesome for the winter, because the last 3 winters that we've been here, I've been dragging a 300-foot hose from the house, because we have frost-free hydrants near the house. I've been dragging a 300-foot hose from there all the way out here to our winter pen. So it'll be nice to have a frost-free hydrant out here for the winter. That'll be fantastic. And even for the summer for filling up the water. Also back there in the woods, right beyond this tree line, but there's another opening and then another tree line. And we're gonna have another frost-free hydrant put in there. Not really for the frost-free purposes, but just to have water there for the summertime when we run the goats and the sheep out there. So we got this spot right here will eventually be Shonda's greenhouse. We already have the greenhouse, I just have to put it up. They're also gonna put a hydrant in here somewhere, wherever she wants it in here. So I'm gonna move my boat over there, take that out. It's just about the season anyways. Get that uncovered, move that out of the way so they can bring the excavator into the garden. We had a disaster here. This is where we were keeping the piglets and our sow, Lily. You see it's all torn apart, torn down. That pig has destroyed every gate I have. She is really good at it. Pigs are incredibly strong. She doesn't even ram the gates. She just walks right through them and knocks them off the hinges. They are so strong, it's incredible. So the piglets have been getting out every day. So I've had to chase them every day. So yesterday was chasing the piglets, moving the kids out, burning the slash pile, cutting wood with the chainsaw, finishing this pen here because we have all the piglets in here now. Lily and the piglets are in here. It's a lot bigger space. I'm using all horse panels now. No more hog panels, no more cattle panels, all horse panels is what I'm using. Keeps piglets in, keeps baby goats, baby lambs, especially the goats, the kids. We don't dehorn, so when you have 4-inch squares, once they start growing their horns and they get big enough, they can fit their heads through, but then they can't pull their heads back through the fence, through the 4-inch squares. So these are 2x4, so that will prevent them from sticking their heads through as they get bigger. It'll also prevent the piglets from getting out because they haven't got out at all since I put them in here yesterday. Lily is pretty satisfied in here. She's happy in here. It's much bigger. Yeah, and they're growing well. So they're going to be actually ready to go here in a couple weeks. I didn't even realize it. Maybe 3 weeks tops. I have them all sold. We had 8. She had 11. 8 survived. 3 died. I'm keeping 1 for us. I'm keeping 1 for a friend. I'm going to raise it for him. He's going to pay for the feed. And then the other 6 have all been sold. And I even have a waiting list for those, which is nice. Now we're kind of like, oh, do we keep the pigs? because we sold them so fast, you know. I think I'm selling them really, really cheap too, though. I noticed that the prices online are going up, and we only sold ours for $100. I think I mentioned that in another video. Just got that. That is a calving hut. That's for cows, baby cows, calves, for when they're first born. You leave them in there. There is when they're brand new, there is a door, a half door that goes to it right there. Looks like there's a vent missing too. That's okay for my purposes. It'll stay in here. This is kind of our utility pen. Once they're completely weaned from their mother, which should be in the next week or so here, I'll move her out back into the other pen, and we'll keep the piglets in here until they come get picked up. And then once the two that I'm hanging on to, once they're big enough, we'll move them over there with the mother again. We'll grow them out over there. Then this will be, next thing will come in here is the lambs. Get them finished. We have 3 lambs right now. 2 are sold already, and 1 we're gonna keep, I think, to breed. She's really small, not worth butchering at all. The other 2 have a little bit more growing out to do for the next couple months, and then they'll be ready to go. Let's see, hay barn is full, straw. What else we got? I gotta finish the structure over there to move the pigs back in and to keep Lily separated from Big Boy so we don't get her pregnant again. Yeah, it's been chaos. Yeah, it's been absolute chaos around here. It is nonstop. This has been quite a spring. We're getting a lot done though, so it's nice. We're spending a fortune. We are spending a massive amount of money. Unfortunately, I'm going to drop another 30 or 40 grand into a home edition that I already put 60 grand into because I hired the wrong person to begin with. And he should be, I don't think he watches my videos, but I hope he does. He should be embarrassed that all the work that his guys did has to be torn out, has to be gutted. Someone else has to come in and fix their work. Should be embarrassed by that. I know I would be. If someone had to come completely tear my job apart and redo it because I did it all wrong, I'd be pretty embarrassed. But he has no shame. He doesn't care. He's one of those guys who thinks he wants to be rich. He wants to be big and powerful. He's always trying to start new businesses. Always got his hands into something. And we've talked to a lot of people around here, and he has quite the nasty reputation. Yeah, he does not have a good reputation around here. People are mentioning his name to us. They're like, yep, we know him. And apparently this is his MO. So we went through the whole gamut with the hiring attorneys and all that. We hired an attorney down in Coeur d'Alene. They stole 10 grand from us. They wrote 2 letters for us, cost us 10 grand. They were lousy, terrible people down there. And an attorney told us that she loved handling construction cases. We thought we had a strong case, and when it came down to actually saying, okay, let's go to litigation, let's go and take it to the box, you know, let's go to a trial. Then she told us that she'd never actually litigated the case before. We were like, oh, that would have been some helpful information when we first hired you. So contractors suck up here in North Idaho. Attorneys suck up here in North Idaho. The contractor we hired, hopefully it's going to go good. So far, so good. The job they've done, we're watching them a lot now. We're watching everything they do. It might drive them crazy, but you got to be careful, you know. So far, so good with this guy. Hopefully it all works out well. Anyways, no more babies have been born. We just got 2 goat kids behind me. There's 2 more around here somewhere. So 4 goats on the ground. No other lambs have survived, unfortunately. We thought we were going to have more goats born, and lamb, but it doesn't seem like it. So we're not sure what's going on there. I've got a lot of cleaning up to do in here this spring. Once we get all these animals out into the woods, I got to come in here with the tractor and dig up all this ground, get rid of it all. We don't want them to get worms. The flies are starting to come out. So it's been hectic. It's been crazy. It's, you know, been expensive, but we're getting a lot done. We are getting a ton of stuff done on the farm, in the house. Yeah, it's definitely been productive. Yeah, that's for sure. We've been extremely productive. The farming seems to be going better. I have to be able to sell some of my livestock, not by choice, but by necessity. I have to be able to breed and sell some of the babies that we have, whether they're sheep, pigs, goats, whatever, chickens. If I don't, then I can't afford to keep doing this. We make $0. We bring in nothing. Even when we sell something, we're still selling it for a loss. Um, so we're a little bit crazy. We still enjoy doing it. It's still a ton of work. It is just insurmountable amount of work that we do. I am constantly doing something. We are constantly doing something. My wife and I are out here all the time. We cleaned up the front of our property to make a pasture. She's been seeding that for future years, future springs and summers, to get the animals up there on grass. Next is the other side of the front portion of the property. We'll do that. I'll keep coming through here this spring and summer and taking out trees and clearing out the woods. The goats will clear out the woods for me, and then we'll do the same thing back there, put some grass down. She's dialed in with all that stuff, what type of grass seed you need that'll grow amongst pine trees. There's not too many options you have. Pine trees, the needles are toxic, so it ruins the soil, I guess. I don't know much about the gardening stuff. That's all Shonda. So she has to put down the correct grass seed that will work. So like I said, it's been a crazy amount of work. It's been expensive. It's been busy. Like today we got two different contractors. The general contractors here, the landscapers are here, trenching, putting in sprinklers. We have the workout room and all that to deal with. So it's been busy, but it has been productive. This is definitely the most productive spring we've had. We are getting a lot of things done. Yeah, it's nonstop. Oh, and I gotta set up my brooders today because we have 110 baby chicks coming this week. I ordered 80 Cornish cross. I didn't have many outside orders as I did last year. People just still have some of the chickens that they bought last year in the freezer. So we always do about 50 for ourselves, 50 or so. So I'll have about 30 to sell. If I sell 20 of them, that's fine. So we got those coming. Plus, she wanted more egg layers, which I just showed you all the eggs. Not like we need more eggs. So she wanted colorful ones. So I said, okay, here's a batch. Just went on the hatchery, the websites. I ordered from Cackle Hatchery this year. We've ordered from them before. We had good success. This year I ordered really late, like only a few weeks ago. So they were the only ones that could provide me the baby chicks. So all the big, the top name ones, the ones that you see on all the other YouTube channels, I think. I don't know. I don't watch YouTube farming channels anymore, but they all are sponsored by one particular. They never have what I need. The other one was Myers. I've used Myers before, but they didn't have chicks available. Yeah, I've used a few, but not all of them have chicks available. So if you don't get them like in the wintertime, then you're not going to have them for the spring. If you try to order in the spring, they won't be available to get during the summer. You'll have to get them later in the fall. If you live in a warm weather climate, that's fine. But if you live in a cold weather climate like we do, you can't raise them in the fall. So Cackle Hatchery, I guess, cacklehatchery.com, either way. We've ordered from them before. We had success, so I ordered all my chickens from them. They had like I said, sorry, I went off on a tangent. She wanted colorful eggs, so they had a batch of 15 colorful egg layers, so I just ordered that. When I ordered it, I accidentally ordered 2 batches, so I got 30 more egg layers. I don't know what I'm gonna do with 30 more egg layers. I gotta build something for the front yard, so selling the eggs. Yeah, I gotta start selling eggs. I got so many, and it's expensive to feed the chickens. They're probably the most expensive animal on the farm to feed, because they eat about 100 pounds a week, 100 pounds of feed a week. We do free range them, but they still go through tons of grain. We are Shonda is planting a lot of I don't know, like water grass, like grass that you grow in water. A lot of plants she has that are widely used for chicken feed. She just goes on and sees what else you can use, what Amish people use to feed their chickens without having to buy feed, things like that. So there's a lot of different plants that you can plant and grow for chickens that'll give them the protein that they need. So she's doing that. Hopefully that'll help eventually cut down on the feed bill a little bit. Otherwise, otherwise other than being crazy, hectic, busy, chaos, not much going on. So yeah, that's what's happening. So we'll keep you updated on anything, on any new babies that we have. We'll keep you updated. I mentioned in the other video we had that lamb, but it didn't make it. The girls did everything they could, but it just didn't survive. I was hoping we'd have another set of lambs. There's Moon Pie over there. I don't know if you can see her. She's scratching up against the fence. She, I thought, was gonna be due. I thought she was pregnant. She looked like she was getting big. Looked like she was bagging up a bit. Yeah, she's definitely big. So, and she's definitely bagging up. Okay, yeah, she's pregnant. So, just a matter of when. I had him with them for a couple months, so I'm not sure exactly when they bred, but she should be giving birth here. Hopefully, they both survive. The lambs are the only thing that we've had trouble with so far. I haven't lost a single goat yet. Have I? I'm trying to think. I think just lambs. I don't think I've lost a goat. I think we've only lost lambs. No goats, if I remember correctly. So all the goats are pretty hardy. Got the two little ones over there. So, like I said, we'll keep you updated on as things go. It's still going to be a busy spring around here, and hopefully we'll get the vast majority of the work done before the heat hits in the summer, because my wife and I both hate the heat. I'd rather be out here working in the wintertime than working in the summer. I do not like the heat at all. And plus, we like to spend more time on the boat, on the lake in the summertime. So that's it for now. We'll keep you updated on anything else that's going on the farm. Thanks for watching.